A good partnership agreement needs to spell out exactly the equities between each of the partners, because what the partnership agreement is designed to do is to spell out the responsibilities but also the rights of the partners and how profits are going to be shared. And if they're not going to be 50-50, then that needs to be clear, because if you don't, and it's a general partnership, then it's going to be shared pro rata. But if you want to have something different, then it's important that the partnership agreement spells that out. One of the most important things is, how can the partnership be dissolved how can a partner exit the partnership without it ending the business or dissolving the partnership? And do you have a strategy to buy out a partner if a partner wants to leave? And how is then that partner's share going to be valued? So that's very important to have. And then a third thing is that if something were to happen to one of the partners, then what happens with their shares of the partnership or their ownership in the partnership, in terms of, do you want to then wind up being in business with the partner's wife? And is there a clear, or the partner's husband, and is there a clear succession plan for if something were to happen with one partner? So those are 2 or 3 just basic things that a partnership agreement will help spell out, and that can put those issues to rest so that the partnership and the business can focus on business. Well, for example, you can go into partnership with somebody. We just had some folks come in to see us that there are 4 people who formed a partnership. 2 of them left the partnership, and the other 2 want to formally disassociate themselves with the other 2, but they can't because they didn't have a well-drafted document, and so they're still trying to figure out, how do we continue this business that we've grown with, and then what do we owe these other 2 who have walked away and we want to disassociate ourselves from, and then are they going to be competing with us because we didn't have this eventuality in place that they might want to go off and compete with us. And so there was nothing in that document that had a non-compete provision, for example, for the partners in the future. So they came to us, and the 2 of them came to us, and they're in a little bit of trouble because they don't have a way that it's clean for them to continue that business without having to pay off these other 2 that have walked away. Well, I think the biggest advantage is that it puts your mind at ease to knowing that you can do business in good faith and in trust with your partners, and you can focus on business rather than having to look over your shoulder and worry about how you're protecting your efforts when are your other partners or your partners going to be doing the same and working as hard. You don't have to think about that anymore. It's spelled out. What the expectations are and what the rewards are per partner, they're spelled out, so you can focus on making money.